Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Happiest Hour on Earth. I'm your host, Emily.
And I'm your other host, Chris.
Thank you for joining us for another episode. Tonight's going to be very fun. Chris had the idea to do a little game night in which I will be put on the spot, and he will be quizzing me on Disney sounds. So it's going to be like a name that Disney sound game in which he will play, I don't know, like a few seconds maybe.
I think they're all around 5 seconds.
5. Okay.
Five,
Okay. Five.
yes.
5. That's okay. I was kind of thinking it would be like 1 or 2.
Yeah, no, I didn't want to make
Okay.
it too difficult. And by the way, I'm not trying to be a mean husband and co-host. However, I knew how to clip these songs, actually had to figure out how to do it, but I had to find all these songs, put them together, and I don't think you would have... That sounds mean, but it was like I had to go through so many hoops to figure out how to clip the audio from my computer, label them, and do all this stuff.
And I wouldn't have had the time or the capacity to figure it all out.
She does a
so
lot
I'm just
more
gonna
work
make
than
that easy
I.
on you.
Yeah, you're a stay-at-home mom. You have the hardest job ever. But
So that means I get to be the one being
so she's
put on the spot.
She's put on the spot, but also you guys are put on the spot because I want you guys to play along. We're going to be playing the sounds 2 times so you could kind of hear it. You could pause it. You could guess, and there's 20 of these sounds. And so you need to write your score in the comments below if you're watching on YouTube. If you're listening on a podcasting platform, you tally up your score, go to YouTube and drop your score in the comments. This is all just for fun. So even if you get 5 out of 20, that doesn't make you any less of a Disney fan. This is hard, especially hearing the sounds and not seeing it visually. It takes away one sense, and so it's really, really hard. So this is going to be difficult.
I may be failing miserably, so please no judgment. I also call momhood on this as well. It is evening and my brain is fried at the end of the night. So if I do really bad, that's what I'm blaming it on.
Yeah,
okay?
It's currently 9:25, so we do have time against us. Tired, full day,
Tired
with 2
parent.
boys. It is crazy. But this is going to be fun. I'm put on the spot sometimes because I do some episodes by myself. So now this is a chance I get to get
It's my turn.
back at you. But before we jump in, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really helps out our show so much. And if you're listening on a podcasting platform, go ahead and follow or rate and review us. That just helps so much. We can't thank you enough. We love you guys. But with that, let's get into this crazy game. All right, so we're going to jump in just a second, but since this episode is all about sounds, if you love just listening to, podcasts or YouTube videos or music or whatever, we want to give you guys a free month of Audible, which is absolutely amazing because you don't have to pay for the entire month. You also get 2 free credits to use on premium titles. So find a book that you've been wanting to read or listen to. You use those credits that you get with this trial. And once the trial is done, you actually get to keep those books. So you don't have to rush it. You could listen to it even after the trial ends, which is absolutely amazing. We actually used one for a book coming out October 15th by legendary Disney Imagineer Bob Weiss. It's called Dream Chasing, and it's all about his decades of work as an Imagineer. And he was also the president of Walt Disney Imagineering at the time too. So that comes out October 15th. We cannot wait to listen to it. It's going to be narrated by him too. So definitely go to our link below, get an entire month and up to 2 credits for free with our link down there so you can listen to some magical reads. So jump on that and enjoy. But now it's time to get a little crazy. You're going to need to listen to these sounds. So I do have some headphones here. I'm going to plug them in and we are going to start Guess That Disney Sound. This is going to be so fun. I guess I could put the other ear in just so I know what you're listening to. Okay, everybody, and I will I will turn it away so you don't see the file names. And again, what we're going to do here, I'm going to play the sounds through twice so you guys can have a listen and pause the video if you need. Maybe you're just so good at it you won't even need to pause the video. But I'm going to let Emily have a guess. And if she's wrong, I will give 1 hint and she has 1 more try to get it right. And it's kind of starting easy. This first one is insanely easy. So if she does not get this, She is not. She's an imposter. I'm sorry. No, just kidding. It's just gonna be me on the podcast from here on out. No, just kidding.
Yeah, I guess. So.
All right. So are you ready to hear this first sound?
Let's go. Let's do it.
Okay, I'm gonna play it one more time for the listeners at home. I know if they are Disney fans, they know this one. Here we go. Okay, do you know what that is?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yep. What scene is that from?
The first scene.
Okay, see, this is so easy. It's not even, you're
Oh,
stressing.
man, with the
It's going to be
banjo. Come
so
on.
easy.
Come on. Give me
Here's
something-
number 2.
give me
Watch me
something hard.
go like the hardest thing in the world. No, number 2, it should be good. Okay, here we go. So we're moving on to number 2. You have, I need to calculate your score here.
Yeah.
And if you guys at home, I know you guys got 1 out of 1 because you are amazing.
I
But
would
let's
hope
get
so.
into
That's a-
number 2. Sound 2 here.
No. That was not 5 seconds.
That was 1 second. It
They're
only
all
is
5
it only is
seconds.
1 second. Okay, ready? So really think about this. I could play it more than 2 times if need be, but just for listeners at home. Okay, here we go.
That's all you can give me from the sound.
That is the only thing in that sound. Do you want to hear it one more time? That's the only thing. That's the longest I could have done.
Okay,
on
so
the
this
sound.
could literally be from a ride, from a movie, from
Not a movie.
okay,
No
not movies. From a queue
Any sound that you would hear in a Disney
in the
park.
park.
Do you want to hear it one more time?
Oh,
Okay, I'm
okay,
going to do
okay,
it one
okay.
more time, everybody. Here we go.
The sound of your ticket.
Yeah,
Okay.
come on.
Like
There we
your
go.
ticket being scanned.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so you are 2
Okay.
4 2, everybody. Curious where you guys are at too. Okay.
Is that still the sound though? Because
It used to be,
it doesn't.
right? It used to be the
Yeah.
zippity doo dah one.
Oh yeah.
Now it is
that's
that,
true.
I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why it felt
Should
like
still
such
be-
an old
I-
sound.
Yeah. Maybe it is an old sound. But
Whatever.
I know, I think that is the
I've
sound
heard it.
I'm
I
hearing.
have
Okay.
heard it. Okay.
Here we go. We're moving on to number 3.
Okay.
I'm going to play it one more time here. Okay. Do you
Okay.
know?
It sounds very Tomorrowland-y.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. On the right track.
Okay. If I recall, it's Star Tours.
Star Tours is correct. You are 3
3 for
4 3. Okay.
3. Mm-hmm.
Moving on here.
Disney sounds. Don't
Moving
test
on
me.
here. These ones, some get a little bit harder, but I think you might know this next one. We are moving on to sound number 4, everybody. Here we go.
All right.
Okay, one more time.
Soren.
Soren is correct. 4 out of 4. See? Okay, yeah, Soren
That
Tower. Oh my gosh, you guys know that sound right before you're about
Oh, I know
lift
that.
off
That's why.
towards the
That's why
screen.
it
Oh
like
my gosh.
hit me so hard because I'm like, yes, that's the moment.
Yeah.
That's the moment when it all turns magical.
Oh yeah.
Love that.
Are you ready for number 5?
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on. You are currently 4 for 4.
Oh my
no, we did
gosh.
not share answers before.
Yeah.
She's just doing that great, but we're only on 5 out of 20. What is going to stump her up? What's
gonna
going to be
start
the
going
first one that
downhill
she
for
misses?
sure.
Here we go with a number 5.
Okay.
One more time.
Do it one more time.
And it is not construction at Disneyland. I know it sounds like that. I could do it
Yeah.
one more time if you want to hear.
Uh.
Do you want me to do it one more time?
Oh wait. Okay, I'm stuck between Indy and Thunder Mountain.
Okay, do you want me to do
Is
it one more
one
time?
of those
I'm
correct?
going to do it one more time, then you have to put in your answer, then I'll give you a hint.
I'm just throwing it out there. Is it Thunder Mountain?
Good guess, but no. That's your first one, but
Thought it
I
was
do
the
give a
bats
hint.
as
I
you
do
go
give a
up.
hint. That's a good one. This is located in Tomorrowland.
Is it Astro Blasters?
It is not. And unfortunately, you are 4 out of 5. The correct answer would be Autopia.
What? How's that Autopia?
That's like the sound of the cars going by.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I am
It's okay.
disagreement.
You're doing good. Okay, I think you're gonna get this next one, everybody. We are moving on. Emily is 4 out of 5. I am so curious to hear your guys' score at the end of this.
That did
We are
not
moving
sound
on
like
to
Autopia.
number 6. Here we go.
Oh, easy peasy. First note.
Okay, let's see. I will play it one more time for our listeners at home.
Mm.
I know it was longer than 5 seconds, but it's just too beautiful to
It's
have.
so
I had it for
good.
10 seconds there.
Phantasmic.
There we go.
The
You,
very
you
beginning of
redeemed yourself.
Fantastic.
Okay, so you're 5, 4, 6. Currently, you're still
Okay.
getting, I think, an A. If
More
you
right
only-
than wrong at this point,
Yes,
at least.
yes.
But we have a long way to go.
Okay, here we go. Number 7, everybody. One more time.
It's so short. What?
One more time. Remember, this is kind of a hint, but it could be Disneyland or Walt Disney World. 1, 2, 3.
If any of you got that right, I'll be shocked.
Ready? One more time. Listen to the. Okay, I'll give you another hint. Listen to the very, very beginning.
And that's supposed to give something away.
Yeah.
What?
What's it sound like to you? Here we go. Right at the beginning. Not the words, but the sound.
You gave a hint that it sounds like it could be Walt Disney World. So I'm just going to throw out a Walt Disney World thing that we've talked about.
Okay.
Figment. Was I right?
What's he doing?
Farting.
Yeah, you got it. Good job. That's Figment's part. It
just
didn't
came
catch
up
the
with that.
that
I
was
guessed.
Figment's part.
What?
Good
That
job.
does not sound like.
I know. I wanted to get more of the fart sound, but you hear him say Figment don't. So I got a little bit of the squeak in there, and then
What
the
the-
skunk sound.
What?
So, okay, that was the weirdest one,
So it's
everybody.
just a-
So no, you hear
That's
like a
what
little
we did.
squeak. Listen.
No. I don't know how you hear that.
Okay, well,
I
there's
don't
a
think
tiny
our
little squeak
ears
from
work the same
Figment's
way.
skunk bottom.
Okay.
But that's the weirdest one,
I'm
everybody.
shocked I
Don't be
just
mad
got
at me.
that.
I just had to put that in because I do.
I'm somehow
love
not
that
at
sound.
all surprised that he put that in there. though. Not at all.
Okay, so you are 6 for 7. You did get Figment's part, so you are doing really good. This next one, here we go. One more time.
And I can't have a hint beforehand.
This exists in both Disneyland and Disney World.
Okay.
Think one more time.
Okay. If it exists in both Disneyland and Disney World, I'm thinking that it is Batuu. Something in Batuu.
Close, but no. You could do your second one. It's hard when you don't have the visuals.
Yeah. It's like you don't think about most of these sounds as they're happening in the park.
Yeah, it just is it's a overall experience. Yeah. Batu was close, but not Star Wars.
Okay. Space Mountain.
Space Mountain. I did
Whoa.
give you I did
Okay,
give
I
you
was
a
like
good hit.
one of
But
the only.
okay.
But yes, you
7
did
out
your
of
hint.
8. 7 out of 8 so far.
I was like, that was my first thought, but I thought that the other ones in the beginning were space too. So I
yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
I don't want to get it wrong.
Okay, so there we
But-
go. Okay, here we go. The next one.
Okay, I know that this one should be really obvious. I know it. It's
Do you want me to
just,
do it one more time? Here we go. I'll play it one more time.
okay. I don't want to be wrong, but you'll give me a hint if I get it wrong the first time.
Yes.
Is it just like Adventureland music? Walking through the land?
It
No?
sounds like it, but it is not. I will give you a hint.
Oh, it's
close.
I'm so like I can hear it and like visualize it.
I'll do
It's
it
a
one more time.
ride.
It may not be on the ride, but
Oh,
here we go. One more time.
Okay.
Kind of tricky because I don't think
Oh my gosh, I can
it's
like
very in the background. I feel like when you're
yes, but I
waiting.
can visualize it somehow. I mean, I feel like the only thing that makes sense is I might get it wrong. I'm probably gonna get it wrong, but Jungle Cruise queue.
No, it does sound like that too. It's the Pirates of the Caribbean queue.
It is?
Yeah. I know.
Wow.
It's
For
crazy.
some reason,
Yeah,
that
like-
is not what I had pegged. I was thinking
Yeah.
like Indy or Jungle Cruise.
Yeah. I know that
I'm
was
actually
a
surprised. I wouldn't have guessed that right.
Yeah, and you know it. You like know the sound, but it's just so like
Yeah.
blended into it that you're
yeah.
And then it goes dun, 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 or something like that after that.
Interesting.
Okay, so yeah, that was tricky. Okay, here we go. Next one. So you're currently 7 out of 9.
Okay.
Next one here.
Oh.
Okay, one more time for our listeners. Think where do you hear that?
Once again, like I can visualize it. I know.
Connect with your Disney memories.
Yes.
Where you hear
It's in Fantasyland, I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, I know it. I know.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
a Small World.
It's a Small World.
Okay.
Great. Yeah, that's the Small World clock.
Yes.
Yeah, so
okay, that's right.
8 out
I
of
for
10.
some reason wanted to say like Alice at first, but
Yeah, because it sounds all kind of
Yeah.
goofy and crazy. Okay, we're moving on to number 11. Hope you guys are doing good on that end. Are you
We're over
beating Emily
halfway
with
there.
8 out of 10? Yes, we're halfway there. Over halfway there. Here we go. Okay, one more time.
got this one.
Okay.
Tower Terror.
Tower of
Yes.
Terror, everybody.
Had to
Doesn't
know.
that just
I'm gonna
bring
get
you
that
back?
one.
Like I hear that sound and I'm
Yes,
like,
the,
oh my
like,
gosh, that like
tambourine
anticipation.
drum.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
So
so
good.
cool. So that was a quick one. Here we go. This one may be a little more difficult. This is number 12.
Okay.
Okay,
So
one
short.
more time.
Any that are that short,
yeah,
I'm like,
I know this is hard.
nope.
Plus, you hear the sound of the guest in the background. Here we go. One more time.
It sounds familiar, but
Let me know if you want one more.
yeah, do it again. I have no idea.
I could give you a hint to start. It
Just a
is
small one. Just a
Yeah,
small
it's
hint.
not in ride thing or anything like that.
Okay.
Okay, one more time.
I have no idea.
Do you want another hint? But you only get one guess after.
Okay, give me
Yeah.
one more hint.
One more hint. It's an action.
I feel like you're being vague.
Okay.
It sounds like
Think of
something's
another
being
action.
scanned. I literally give up. Is it like a fast pass?
Not a fast pass, but
Like receiving your fast pass or whatever, like now?
what's it called?
Lightning lane?
It's a lightning lane entry. Yep.
Okay.
I'll give
I
you
almost
I'm gonna
feel like
do-
that should be like half a point.
I'm gonna do
'cause you gave me
9.5
a
out
lot.
of 12. 9.5 out of 12.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
That's the lightning lanes. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
you know when you like think of the green light. Think of the green light when you like scan your
I
phone
know,
or your
but we
ticket.
don't
Ready?
do it like ever. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that is hard though when you're like not thinking about it. Okay, here we go. Number 13 here. Okay, one more time.
It's a ride.
Mm-hmm.
I'm stuck again between a few.
Go with your gut. Do you want both earbuds?
No. Unless it changes on the other side. I don't know.
I don't think so. Here, try.
Okay. Thunder.
Thunder.
Okay.
Yeah, you need both earbuds.
It just makes it a little bit more like clear.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it
I guess.
because I can actually hear it outside of your headphones.
I wanted to say splash because it sounded like a splash. Like that
Yeah, it
first
kinda
sound
sounds
was so
like a
loud,
water.
it sounded like water.
Okay, here we go. So you are currently 10.5 out of 13, and now we have double headphones in. So
Okay.
you know, I think you got
All
these
the
from here
better.
on out. Okay, here we go. One more time. All right, do you know?
Feels like it should be really obvious.
You've heard that sound before.
Yeah. Indie.
Indie what?
In the queue. Right?
In the queue. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. That's
Yay.
awesome. See, it's just the double headphones you needed. 11.5 out of 14. And we move on to number 15. This one's going to be kind of hard. Okay. One more time.
Okay. Well, it sounds very old Hollywood.
It's
Is
a
it
ride, not on the ride.
like what ride has that kind of sound?
I know the Q ones are hard. I have to admit, like
it's
Pirates,
you don't
um,
think about it much while it's going.
it's in Disneyland and Magic Kingdom.
In Magic Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably wrong.
Okay, guess.
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway.
Mm-mm.
No.
It's in both Disneyland and Magic Kingdom. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway is in Hollywood Studios.
Okay, I
over
couldn't
there.
remember which part. It was in.
You already said it in response to another Q type thing.
Jungle Cruise.
Jungle Cruise.
is?
Yeah, yep.
That's
Jungle
so
Cruise Q. Isn't that
weird.
crazy? Okay, I'll give you
Another
a half point
point.
because we are married and
Wow.
I need to give you a little bit of.
I mean, I did guess it
You
right.
did get it. Yeah. But yeah, isn't that crazy? You would expect
doesn't-
something Adventureland-y
Yeah.
sound, but no, it's more old style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
man, that's a trip. I would
All
not
right.
have pegged that for a Jungle Cruise.
Here we go. So Emily is currently 12 for 15, and we're moving on to number 16. So only 5 more. Okay, ready?
Oh gosh.
Here we go. I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to give a tiny hint here. Listen to the whole thing, but something I think at the end almost might trigger it.
Mm-hmm. Is it the train?
No.
What? It sounded like a train like starting up right at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot to put the earbud in.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. These are hard. I told you they do get harder.
Yeah.
Here, ready? What is the sound you're hearing most of at the
Wind.
beginning? Okay. I can give you a hint because you guessed wrong the first time, and I'll give you a half point. Wind is what? Is it hot or is it
Cold.
cold? Think of the coldest thing at Disneyland.
Oh.
Another hint.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, you just gave it away. Matterhorn.
Matterhorn. Okay. Yeah. So 12.5.
Okay.
Out of 16. I want to know how they're doing because it's really hard when you're like not seeing it.
yeah, that I should have known.
It's like
that
you
one,
hear
though.
these sounds and you're like, oh, okay.
We
But
don't
yeah.
ride Matterhorn all that much, so it was
backs
just
do not
not
like
coming to
it.
my brain.
Yeah. All right. So 12.5 out of 16. We are on to 17. Here we go. One more time for our listeners at home.
Where are you finding these sounds?
It makes of a lot of different things.
Like, how did you think of these?
It's just, I think a lot of it was on Reddit, and then I just kind of looked at some other ones. Wait, put your other headphone in. Let's hear it
Yeah,
one more
I keep forgetting
time.
to put
Dance
this
along
in,
if you
but-
feel free. Here we go.
The only thing that sound like strikes a chord with me at all, and I don't think it's right, but Roger Rabbit.
No. I kind of close. Okay, here's my hint. This is also found in Tomorrowland.
Astro Blasters.
Astro Blasters. Yep. So
Okay.
13 out of 17.
Wow.
Kind of fun little
That's
jig
that's
there.
another one that we don't. Sorry.
go on. That's what I was
going
gonna
to
say. I was like, we don't go on it a lot. You would have gotten that instantly. Okay, here we
Yeah.
go. We are on number 18 here.
It's like the same type of sound that was just played like 2 times ago.
It's kind of hard to hear because it's outside, but really think about the change in sound. Okay, ready? Here we go. Man, this is a hard one. I thought you would have gotten this because we've also talked about it before. Should I just go off with a hint?
I mean, it feels like it should be obvious because of the sound, but yeah, give me a little hint.
Okay.
My brain's so tired.
It's kind of like a ride, but it's not actually a ride. I told you guys it was going to get harder than that Pirates one.
Yeah, no kidding. Kind of like a ride, but not a ride.
I'll give you one more hint because I'm being nice. We do it every single time on our last day.
What in the world? Mark Twain?
Yeah, it's
How is that Mark Twain?
It's the smoke billowing.
It does not sound like that. It
Listen.
sounds like thunder. No, it's okay. It sounds like ominous and spooky. in the beginning,
Okay.
And then it sounds like thunder.
Okay, sorry for that really hard
That
one,
was
guys.
not an
Okay,
easy
that was
one.
on me. That was on me, but you are 13.
Did you guys get that right? Please let me know. That was the
That's
last
really hard.
thing on
Yeah.
my docket.
Okay, maybe I picked a bad one. Okay, you know what? Give you guys okay, fine. Since that was on me, give you guys a point if you got it wrong.
It's probably just me.
I'll give them a
being
half point.
oblivious,
13.5, 18. Okay, here we go. So we have 2 more. By the way, the last one is very easy, but this one may be hard depending
Okay.
on Disney facts. Here we go. And one more time. You know?
Oh, I know what it reminds me of, but I don't think that's what it is. It reminds me of the sound when you're going up for splash.
It does sound like that, yeah. It's
But
not.
it's
I'll
not.
give you a hint. It's historic in a way, and it can be found in New Orleans Square. Here we go. This is hard. This is probably maybe the hardest one.
Historic and can be found in New Orleans Square.
Mm-hmm. Think about the Disney facts, Maybe I went too hard on these guys. Okay, let me tell you. It will be. Give another hint.
I don't want
It
you
will
giving
be.
it away.
Okay, no. Okay, I'll give you 0.25 if you get it.
Ugh.
It can be found at the railroad station in New Orleans Square.
At the railroad, like the train.
Yeah, in New Orleans Square. I thought you knew this. Okay, I'm just gonna give it.
Well, like I was thinking the train the whole time, but I was like, that's not the sound that a train makes.
Yeah, like at the station, you could hear it faintly.
What is the sound?
It is Morse code of Walt Disney's dedication speech. that
Oh
can be
my
found
gosh.
At the New Orleans train station.
Okay, that
Which-
fact was definitely far from my mind just now. I knew
Okay,
that
no,
a long time ago and I forgot about
No,
it.
you're good. You're good. These are hard. Okay, you got 13.5 out of 19. I would say even getting half of these right is great. Okay, here we go. The last one. Where can you find this sound? Here we go, everybody. The last one. 20. Let me play it one more time for our listeners.
Main Street.
Main Street is correct. I
Yay.
gotta end on
I
a
knew that
very, very nostalgic sound and a very easy one, something that we could all hopefully win on. So you got
Oh, yeah.
14.5 out of 20. I am bad at math. I am
Better,
pulling up
worse.
a online calculator. Let's do this, everybody.
It's gonna be like
14.5 divided by 20. Emily, you got a 72.5%. I gave you a lot of hints, so even if that went down to 70%, you gotta see C's get degrees in
I'm going to
Disney
college.
Sounds.
Disney
There we go,
college.
everybody. She passed. You got that's a passing grade. Now we want to know how
All right.
well you guys did. This is obviously so
That was
different
tough.
from every other episode that we have done, but you know what?
Yeah,
We just thought it'd be
switching
fun,
things.
and we want to know what you guys got. So go over to YouTube, even if you got 1 out of 20. Let's just have a laugh. Let's just have some fun with this. Please
fun.
let us know your scores. Did you do better than a host of a Disney podcast, or did you do worse? I
thought
don't
was-
know. We cannot wait to hear. Hopefully these sounds brought you back to the park in some way. Like, we can't smell Disney Park. Actually, yes, we can. Magic Candle Co. You could find our code and our link in the description below. So you can smell Disney. Hearing Disney, though, totally brings you back. Hearing
Yeah.
these sounds of the park, even if you don't know where they come from, you still know that it's something you heard in the park, and it really kind of
most
brings
of
you.
those really, it's like they just pass right over your head when you're like in a queue or even in the ride.
Yeah,
You don't really think about them that much, but hearing it isolated like that
yeah.
is hard.
And that's the best part about Disney, is that they pay so much attention to these things that we probably won't notice, but enhance the experience, right?
Mhm.
Like, you might not think about it, but if that thing was gone, if
It
it
would
was
change
absent
it.
from your experience, it would
true.
not be as pleasurable of an experience. And so shout out to those Imagineers who know to do the sounds of a X-Wing flying over in Galaxy's Edge, those
Mhm.
that have time appropriate music and the cues of Jungle Cruise, you know, all of these kinds of things. Like, really big shout out to them. They do it so amazing. They're just
Yeah.
the best at what they do.
So well done.
This episode made me want to just go back to the
I
park
know.
and hear,
I've been
see,
missing
and
it.
smell everything of Disneyland. It's so fun.
Me too.
But now you need to find a way that you could grill me and put me on the spot.
I know. I was just
on this
thinking about that
podcast.
a second ago. I'm like, what am I gonna do
We'll find
to
something.
make it a little more level?
Oh yeah, for
I'll
sure.
have to come up with something, guys. Help me come up with a way to grill Chris next. What should I do?
Be
What-
mean.
what game?
Have something tough for me. I'm
He's-
willing to take on any challenge,
He's more observant than I am.
especially
would
with
say.
sounds. So I feel like
Definitely with sound.
yeah.
So yeah, he would probably do pretty well if we did a similar.
So you
got
got to switch it up, but
Might have
one
to do
non-sound
something.
one. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
I don't know.
Oh man, this was so much fun.
was
But
really
thank
fun.
you guys so much for following along and joining this episode. It just really means a lot. We love you guys so much, and we will see you guys all next week for another episode of the Happiest Hour on Earth. We'll see you then.
Bye, guys.